That sumbitch is tough as woodpecker lips.
The Southern Saturday Podcast.
Oh, well, come on, son. You couldn't whoop a pitcher of meat.
It's like giving your ears a big glass of sweet tea.
Come on, boy. Shit.
Drink up and enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Southern Saturday Podcast. For the second time now, we've got the lovely Courtnee Stagner in the house.
I'm back again.
In her own house. You didn't have to travel very far. How was the commute?
Oh, it's terrible. I hate moving.
Yeah. Well, I'm still cheesing like a Cheshire cat because Dusty Slay. Dusty Slay put me on his story.
Gosh, you're so cute.
I tell you, it's just something about if a fellow comedian tells you that something you did's funny or they share something you did, like
you made it.
You know it's funny. Yeah. It's not, you know what I mean? Like
you made it.
That lets you know that it is funny.
Mm-hmm.
If a comic of his stature thinks it's funny,
I completely agree.
Then it's funny.
That was a good video, though.
Yeah, Chucky.
That's the way we all wanted Chucky to end.
I just don't. While we're on the subject, I just don't understand how in the hell that these movies were so popular. It's a doll.
I know.
A doll that's about 2
Furbies
foot
still
7.
scare me, so there's that. Those are coming back. Did you know that?
Furbies are coming back?
Furbies are coming back.
Like the old ones?
Like, I hope mine's probably still
they're
talking.
just repackaging them. You know, if you want to know my opinion on that, I think that they fucking tricked everybody by just making the Furbies have an internal battery. And then it made it look like when you took the real batteries out, like, it's still talking. It was like that would be the greatest prank ever if they pulled that off.
Absolutely. I wouldn't.
Because that's a genuine consensus. Like everybody that had a Furby is like, it still talked when it was off.
I fully think that it's still talking.
Seriously, if Jackson came in here tomorrow and was like, Mama, I wasn't asleep and this doll over here, it just got up, walked over there, told me it was going to kill everybody in the house and it just talked to me all night.
I'd immediately throw it away.
Gonna beat it like Loki and Thor and the Hulk that time and just light it on fire.
I would
put it in
scared.
a wood chipper. There wouldn't be an ounce of this doll left.
No, I don't care how much he thinks he loves it. Actually, when we got
the real Chucky.
Got the real Chucky. He's like, please let me keep it. I'm like,
no, not just keep it.
He wanted to sleep with him.
I
said, oh, hell no. You aren't keeping this.
Matter of fact, we didn't even let it in our house.
No, we put it in the storage room, and when I had to open. When we did the video and beat the shit out of him, we threw it in the dumpster. I had to go throw the trash away at night.
And you open it.
It's just the thing. Open it up, and Chucky's just. I'm like.
But he was headless. I took it. His head was.
No. I mean, he was headless, but like his body and his head were.
I had them together.
Yeah. And then his little shoes, when I was doing the yard work, his little shoes were out there.
I don't know who in the fuck these people are that buy these dolls for like real purposes. This Chucky doll came with shoes that you had to lace up and put on. He had socks.
Yep, socks.
Like it was
Those things were.
It was unbelievable. I'm like, who's buying this? Like, the only reason I could think that you'd buy a Chucky doll is for, like, Halloween decorations. You know what I mean?
That is one thing I would never have again.
But I'm just saying, for Halloween decorations, you could have a Chucky doll.
Yeah.
I get it, hanging from your ceiling or out on your doorstep. Yeah. But these people, whoever's buying these Chucky dolls, they want everything. You get a gun, do his overalls. I guess they're getting up every day. Did you wet yourself, Chucky? Oh, my God, you're so bad. Like,
I bet you they'd never take him out of the box either.
Oh, that's probably true. Yeah. A lot of those collector people.
Yeah.
Because that doll was expensive just for us to destroy it.
Yeah,
it was like $200. And there's some that's
you told me it was $60.
So anyways, there's some that's like, it's business expenses.
Oh, okay.
That's a write-off for tax season.
Oh, well. Chucky doll.
But there was some on there that was like $1,000 for a Chucky doll.
No.
And that motherfucker better talk when I get him. Yeah.
I don't want nothing to talk.
If I pay $1,000 for him, he better be talking.
Woody, his Woody doll's now talking. I changed the batteries in him 2 years ago, and he never pulled the string.
I think his string was just broke.
No, it worked. He's just deciding to talk now. He's probably possessed too.
And Chucky might have told him to before we killed him.
You know what?
Said, look, they're going to turn on us.
That's Jackson's problem.
They're going to turn on us.
That's Jackson's problem now.
Yeah. Jackson lines his bedroom up like a psychopath. Like, we got him this bed that's got shelves all around it, and he has decided to get on there and put every.
I swear, there's nothing but eyeballs.
Like
looking
it's
at
nothing
him.
but it's nothing but stuffed animals and shit just watching him sleep.
I was like, you don't have to cover every ant, but I want to decorate it.
But I love that now is whenever, like, before he got this new bed with all these people watching him, he would come out of there and be like, I'm scared. And now he feels fine. He hadn't come out of there one time.
Well,
he just wakes up and they're all just, he's got them all set up to just look at him.
I used to go to my grandma's house and I'd have to stay the night over her. She had all these antique, like, porcelain dolls. I'd sit there and I'd just throw them all in the closet.
Well, I wonder what do you think it was with the porcelain dolls?
I mean, yeah, they were like pretty. Not at night though. They were pretty and they were collector's items and they were expensive. But
why?
Like, I don't know.
Because
why
they're
were
made
Beanie
out of
Babies.
porcelain?
I still have big tubs full of Beanie Babies.
I know, but Beanie Babies never got the takeoff that everybody said they were going to.
It was just, I don't know. There's just, I guess, a lot of creativity. They're probably all handmade, these porcelain dolls and all this stuff.
Just every porcelain doll I've ever seen, even in broad daylight, was terrifying.
I don't know. They had some terrifying things.
But the people that have them, they don't just have one. They have like 30.
Yeah. Well, in my grandmother's defense, she was an antique salesperson. She had an antique store, like a shop.
So when people do stuff like that, do people bring them the antiques? Or do they go find them at like a yard sale?
We would freaking go to yard sales every Saturday. And that's where I found a lot of my Beanie Babies. But
is that a Southern thing, or is yard sales nationwide?
I think it's garage sales in other places. We yard sale down here.
I know, but that's not. But like everybody does it.
I think so. I mean, I've never gone very many places. But
there was a guy at work, old Chief. Shout out Chief. They would take a vacation every year to start at the bottom of the U.S. and go all the way up it. It's called like a. They do it once a year. It's like a garage, like a yard sale, cross country yard sale is what it's called. I think
you were telling me about this, yeah.
And he goes and they stop at yard sales the whole way, and he'll come back and be like,
how do they find out about them?
I don't know. I don't know if this is some like redneck like underground that they're telling each other about, like the underground yard sale railroad. And they're telling each other about it. Like, and he would come back and you'd be like, man, what'd you get? He's like, well, I got this ice maker for 50 cents.
It don't work.
Yeah. Or it's just like, why would you? He would buy the most random stuff. I got me some Tupperware for my sandwiches. I'm like, from a yard sale?
Jeez. I got these, I don't even know. I got these denture cups from,
oh, yeah.
You know.
Got these dentures.
I
ain't quite right from my mouth yet.
Oh my God.
Pushing them back
disgusting.
in. You ever seen somebody that got dentures that was too big for their mouth? I'm like, where'd you go? Did you buy them from somebody else?
Look like Mr. Ed.
No dentist did that to you. The fuck out of here. You bought those from somebody that was about to die. You went to a hospice facility and was like, let me try on some of these people while they're sleeping. I'll give you $50 for them. He ain't gonna need them when he's dead.
All I can think about is Dennis the Menace with
the chiclets. I'm telling you, I've seen people that be talking to you and have to catch their teeth with their lips. She's, oh, my bad. I'm like, dude, no dentist fitted you for those. I'll go ahead and tell you that. I can do a better mold. Yeah, I can do a better mold.
I mean, he told me to come back. They didn't fit, but all hell with it.
Shit, I just put some of that gum in the roof of it and just stop them up there.
Old people tickle the shit out of me.
They don't care about nothing. Old people don't care about anything.
They don't.
There was a guy at the steel mill. This is a true story. His name was Carl. This motherfucker had 2 teeth in his head, and that was it. And they were right here on the sides. And he used to have false teeth that he would bring in there. They had 2 holes that them teeth would just go in. He'd sit them up in there. And I guess they were bothering him one day. He takes these teeth out and goes and sits down in his chair with a grinder, just and puts them back in his mouth. I said, this is the nastiest motherfucker alive. That is a true story. Look, this dude, the first day that I started, they came over here and they said, you see that guy down there? And I said, yeah. They said, that's Carl. They said, he's only 50 years old. He looked 172. He Courtney, he looked 100 years old. Like, he was bent over in the back. His chest was
He
all...
lived a rough life.
Oh, he looked like a Ninja Turtle down there. Just all hunched up, like Quasimodo at the steel mill now, working his ass off.
My face hurts from laughing.
They said if he offers to, bring some food to cook for everybody, just say no.
You got cats.
And I said, why would y'all say no? And they just went and telling me stories. They're like, he brought a crock pot one time, set it up for everybody, and said, y'all go on, it's ready. And got up there, and he's sitting up there with bread, just going back in the crock pot.
No way!
Yeah. They said the guys hadn't even brought lunch for the day. Like, they were all excited about this meal he was going to cook.
No.
Then the next time he cooks for everybody, he forgets and leaves the blood bag in the damn. He made like a roast, put the blood bag and everything in there.
It's
It's a true story. Oh my God! All the steel mill guys that see this are gonna be dying laughing. This is a true story. Dude,
Dear
you work
God.
somewhere like that for that long, you get some stories. It's a melting pot. Like, that place was a German company, and it's in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. So you got all these country people, sheltered people. You got all these Germans and Europeans. Like, it's the weirdest melting pot of people ever. I'll go ahead and tell you, German dudes, they don't give a shit about nothing. Nothing.
their accent.
They walk
care.
around everywhere without a care in the world, and like nothing phases them. Like regular shit that would phase you. Like the first time, shout out Gabe. This is a guy that I used to work with. You know Gabe. He's been in some videos. Y'all seen Gabe in some videos. He's one of the black guys in the cookout videos. Gabe walks in on this German guy, right? It's the first time he ever met him. And he walks in, and this guy's got his pants down by his feet like a little kid, just standing there butt naked peeing. Like, it's just the weirdest things. Like, they would walk around out there, like, just completely butt ass naked, come up to you, Captain Morgan, start talking to you. Yes. How are you?
I'd hate to go to their country and see how they interact in public
Well,
there.
I mean, they got the red light district of it. You can just go to window shopping for hookers. It's a little different.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, I don't know. There's just a different, like, he said he looked like a little kindergartner, like pants and underwear down in his ankles. Just,
Jackson.
Hello. Yeah.
Jackson.
Like watching a little kid pee.
Yeah.
This guy's 50 years old.
Oh my gosh.
My thing is, you wouldn't want to hold them like right at your hips or anything. You just all the way then you got to bend over and show everybody your asshole to pick them up.
Hey, some people like that. I'm hoping to get some little action.
Yeah, maybe pancaking by the bay.
Hey, leave
Everybody,
my feet.
look, guys, y'all quit hitting her up about that. That was a joke. Everybody's like, how much for the feet pics for real?
I'm telling you.
Guys, they're flat, they're pancakes.
Quit it now. They're not cute, but they're not
The
like...
Army'd shoot you down.
I'm too old for the Army. Yeah. I could still probably go into like the Air Force or something, but...
You can't press them pedals on them planes flat-footed.
Shut the hell up. I'm sick of you. Quit talking about me.
Oh, gosh.
I got called a linebacker the other day. I was like, dang.
That's ridiculous, though. I don't know. You shouldn't,
I think it's just because, I don't know.
Because you have muscles?
Because I'm freaking buff.
Buff.
I'm the Hulk.
Buff.
Buff.
Buff and stuff.
I got muscles.
You do have some muscles.
Muscles.
I love watching them muscles. When you flex them like that, it gets Sonny real excited.
And apparently I'm a porn addict too.
Oh, yeah, because of the book video.
My book video.
Which you don't even read those type of books.
I really
but
don't.
It's
I
a
read
funny
one
video.
I read one, but I mean, I'm not saying that my books don't have spice. But
The
like
internet's
that,
wild, though.
But like those parts, they just tickle me.
Let's take a 10-second clip from a video, and we're going to psychoanalyze this girl's whole life, even though it's not real.
No. And
But
you know what?
These are the people that watch Harry Potter, and they're sitting there like, man, I just can't wait till I get to go to, I don't even know the name of the place.
Hogwarts.
Yeah. Hogwarts.
Hogwash.
Like, you ever heard those people when they talk about movies like that, and you're like, oh, okay, they believe it's real. That's their thing. That's why Comic-Con's like a thing. But these are the same people that watch our videos, and they're like,
I'd go to an ACOTAR.
Can't believe he would talk to her like
I'd
that.
go to an ACOTAR Comic-Con show or whatever. Those fairy books.
The blue guys?
The what?
Avatar? Jim Cameron.
ACOTAR? A court?
Totally.
of Thorns and Roses, Sarah J. Maas. Those are like the big books. People that read those books, and any women watching this that have read them understand, you make it your whole personality.
The fairies?
Like the high fae and all that stuff. And those are a little spicy. But like, I'm telling you, like Hannah's reading it now. My sister-in-law, practically. Yeah. And I mean, everybody else, they've read them. And they're really good books. I never have read fantasy books before.
But this is like the new Twilight.
Oh, yes, this is so much better than
Twilight. It doesn't matter.
Twilight
it's the
sucks.
same thing. What was the other one? There was something else that was like Harry Potter, Twilight. Wasn't there one more?
I mean, besides like Lord of the Rings, but...
You know, Lord of the Rings is one of those things like...
Apparently there's some religious undertones I had no idea about.
Oh, there might
Same thing with Harry Potter.
I know there is with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
C.S. Lewis wrote those books, and he was a Christian, so yeah.
Well, what's that got to do with anything? He could have wrote a book that wasn't.
But that's what it was about.
I think J.K. Rowling did the same thing, didn't she?
With Harry Potter. Yeah.
Now, which one do you say is the other one? Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
They used to make people read that in like school.
The Hobbit.
That's the same thing, right?
No, I don't think it's part of the series. It's like
Pretty sure it is.
I think it's like I don't know.
Like House of Dragons?
Maybe. It was like a standalone. Yes, it went along with the series, but like it was a standalone type of book. Like you could just read that and be okay.
Oh, you didn't need the other one for context.
I don't think I read it. I read the Cliff Notes. I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
No.
Never seen them.
No, and
I probably should. They say that like people that are into that are like really into that.
I know, but that's the same thing that you say about everything. Like Harry Potter, you're really into Harry Potter. You love it.
I know.
I can't get through it.
I don't think you've ever tried.
Yes, I have. I've tried to watch a Harry Potter movie. It's garbage.
All I know is the ride at Universal or Islands of Adventure makes you very sick.
Sick as a dog, dude. Guys, if y'all haven't rode that,
it's the broomstick one.
Yeah, you're on a broomstick, technically. It's what you're supposed to be on. And this thing's just doing you like this the whole fucking time. And I love it.
Oh my gosh. You can shake me up.
You're looking at like a VR type screen and it's just doing you like this. And you're just like, dude, this is what a baby feels like whenever its mom's just like, what are we doing? And then it throws up. And like, I can't believe he spit up. Like, I was ready to blow my guts.
But the Avatar ride didn't make you like that, did it?
No.
Did it make you motion sick?
But the Avatar ride, you're literally on that thing and you're just you're riding it. Like that Harry Potter ride is literally taking your body and going.
I love it. Oh my gosh. The more you sling me around, the better on a ride.
It feels like you're in one of those things that the people have on the stick that you just go up and down it. Like it feels like you're just throwing you every which way.
I love that one.
God,
oh gosh,
it was
so
awful.
Good.
And I rode it twice, right? I rode it another time to tell Dylan and them it was okay.
No, Dylan went with us, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
And was he sick on it?
No, but the first time
sick on everything.
I was sick, and he wouldn't ride it because I said I was sick, and I was like, I'll ride it with you.
Yeah.
So we all rode it.
I don't think you got sick the second time though.
No, but I knew what to expect. I closed my eyes for a lot of it. It was.
I'm the only one that doesn't get motion sick in the family. Like everybody else.
We're sitting there. We're playing VR one time, and this is back when VR when you hooked it up, it looked like
you were in an
Lab
experiment.
yeah, like somebody was running tests on you for like Alien versus Predator. That's what it looked like you were doing. I had shit coming all out of my
you're
headset,
connected
and
to a damn computer.
It's run to the computer and all this shit, and I was the first person that we knew that had one, so everybody would come to the house and play it. And I remember Dylan come over here, and it was a zombie game.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we ever got to play it. And he was like, let me play first. And I was like, okay, cool. So I turned it on, and I let him play. And all it is like you're walking through this desert and you're killing all these zombies. And Dylan plays it for like a few minutes. He's nowhere near done. And he's played it for like 10, 15 minutes, like just getting in the story mode. He's like, hey, you want to play for a little while? He's like, I'm done. And I was like, yeah, I'll play for a little while. Dude, I start playing it, and like I'm 5 minutes in, and I'm going like
stars.
I'm about to throw up everywhere. It is bad. Like the motion sickness is awful. So I take it off, and I just sit down, and I told Dylan, I was like, dude, I'm about to fucking puke. This is terrible. I don't know what's going on. Like, this is awful. And I look over there at him. He's solid white, and he's like, yeah, dude, I had to stop because I was going to puke too. I just didn't want to tell you. I was like, so you let me play it after you? And dude, I mean, dude's sick as a dog.
Oh, man.
Like, that's the worst feeling, too, because you can't stop it. You just sit down and you're just like, please go away. And it'll take like 15 minutes of you just sitting there like about to throw up.
I've never gotten sick on any type of thing like that. I don't know if maybe it's just, I'm just messed up, I guess. Like, maybe I just don't have any, like...
No, some people get motion sick and some people don't. The crazy thing is, when I was young, I never got motion sick on anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Now, if I get on one fair ride, which I don't do anymore, but if I did get on one fair ride, I'm done. I better just pick a good one. Now, I can still do roller coasters.
I know, and
I can do as many...
That's the only thing that sucks about going with y'all is, like, y'all do it, but then it's like, I'm ready to, like...
Yeah. Courtney's like, let's go get a corn dog. I'm like, dude, I'm about to blow
and I'm
everywhere.
like, I'm going to eat this corn dog and then I'm going to go get on that spinny ride.
She will. She'll get on a ride that literally takes your guts and tries to sling them out your asshole. Again. She gets on a ride that tries to take your guts and sling them out your asshole. And she's just, the whole time, just smiling her ass off. You get off and everybody's just, and you look at Courtney and she's just...
Like,
what's next? What do y'all want to do next?
Velocicoaster. Oh, we could do that like 25 times.
Well, I could do that one. I can do roller coasters.
Even Dylan said that one was good. And
spinning. It's a spinning thing. Anything that spins me, I don't fucking know.
I love the remix. The one that it literally spins like this, and it goes up. And it goes down. It's like a pendulum, and it just spins you.
Courtney's one of these grown people that still goes to the fair, watches these toothless meth addicts put this thing together, and she's like, I'm ready. Let me get in line.
I mean, if I'm going to die, like, in an epic way. I will not get on the swings.
Nobody's going to watch that and be like, man, I'm so glad she died so epically on the remix at the county fair.
I'll be in heaven, so it'll be fine.
God. Dude, those things you've seen, and now
I'll be like I kind of look and see like I look at big people when I'm on there, and I'm like, ooh, does that ride look a little off? And I kind of like look, and I'm like, ooh, if it looks like a little flimsy, I'm not getting on there. What?
That's sizest. No, I tell you what though, if you want something to humble you, you go to an amusement park, like
water park.
Yeah, or a water park. We went to a water park. We went to a water park and we got up to the top, and like it doesn't say anything at the bottom. It just tells you to go ride your rides or whatever. We get to this top of this water park. You know how a water parks you got to walk all the way to the top for the good slides. And we see these people just stepping to the side and then they go down. They step to the side and then they go down. And I start getting closer and I'm like, they're weighing these motherfuckers is what they're doing.
Yeah, make you stand on this side.
They're
and then
weighing
you realize it's a scale.
They put me on this scale in front of all these people, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can't go. And I was like...
No, he weighed us together. He said, y'all outweigh the limit or whatever. It was just me and you, wasn't it?
That's right.
So he was like, yeah, y'all are over the limit. Let's try y'all one at a time, and y'all can go down. So I was like, okay, I'm good. So I got my thing, and Justin's like, I'm walking to the bottom. I said, oh, shit.
I'm like, dude.
Justin said, my diet starts tomorrow.
It was the worst feeling, like... And that's anything. Like, when you're ever sitting there in the ride and then they come up to you and the guy's in front of you and he's trying to push your thing down and he's like, click. And you're just sitting there like, God damn. No, I'm good. Yeah. Start this fucker up.
No.
They're on top, two of them on top of you, just getting it to click.
The ride, I've never had problems with it clicking. But Superman, the one we went on,
dude,
that is the biggest mind F ever. Like, I will not ever do a ride like that. You are hanging on for dear life, praying to sweet baby Jesus that you will not go into crash into the boulders down below.
What she's leaving out is Superman. If y'all haven't been, there's Six Flags in Atlanta. I don't know if it's anywhere else. The Superman ride, you get in it standing up, and you get in it like every other ride. It clicks down over your shoulders, and you're like, okay, cool. Then it goes to start, and it leans you forward.
Yep.
And so now all your weight is on these shoulder things
that high school kids clicked you into.
Right. And you're all your weight is on these shoulders. So, in every other ride, you're sitting there riding a roller coaster and you're like, if this thing comes undone,
like you can hold
it down and be in it.
Yeah.
If this thing comes unclicked, we're just going to the floor.
Yeah, I'm dying on this.
You're already laying on it. So if it opens up,
they need to have like a net. Like I was like, there's not like a soft landing.
Concrete.
No, boulders. There was big ass rocks under there. And I was like, I literally was looking at you. I was like, this is how we're going to die. This is how we're going to die.
I didn't like it at all.
No. I'm a huge like adrenaline junkie, but that ride ruined I was like, I can't do this.
Six Flags, on top of that, it's already like raggedy a little bit.
I mean, it's not in the best part of town.
Six Flags is kind of like a fair all year.
Kind of.
Like you can.
I mean, they've got some really good rides. Like,
no. I'm not talking about the quality of rides. I'm just talking about like the quality of the build.
And the way that they take care of it is not great either.
Look, any amusement park that you can buy a season pass for
$20,
for $45, that's a good indicator that you're not in the safest spot.
Probably not.
But they do have some fun rides too.
They had that one where we stood up that whole time and we got to get. I don't know.
There was nobody in the park that day.
I need to go to Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens, like me and you and
I want to go to
Dylan
that one in Ohio, the biggest one in the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's in Ohio.
If there is a roller coaster there and it will drop my stomach and take me high up and go fast, I am ready.
Speaking of Ohio, I was talking to this guy yesterday. I went to Cleveland for SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. And there was this guy talking. There was this guy talking to me on the internet. And he was going on and on. I had put up a video and I had mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who, look, when I was a kid, Stone Cold Steve Austin literally ruled the world. He ruled the world. Yeah. Like he was one of.
It was The Rock and Stone Cold. That all I knew about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you had no idea who wrestling, if you knew nothing about wrestling, you knew who Stone Cold Steve Austin was. And there's like this, I don't know, he's probably 14, 15-year-old kid, and he's writing me about how Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't that great of a wrestler. It's so much more elevated now. I was like, dude. If you think
wrestling is fake,
well, that's not the point. What does that matter? That doesn't matter at all.
But it's just wrestling's fake anyway. But it's just his persona. It was him as an image, like it was. That's image.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. You can't speak on something that you were not there for.
No.
He's like, I watched old tapes of Stone Cold. He wasn't
old tapes.
Yeah, I watched old tapes of Stone Cold. He wasn't that good of a wrestler.
He was.
I was like, what? You don't understand. If you were not there, you cannot understand the chokehold that this man had on the world.
Yeah.
Like they were letting him throw out first pitches. He's on Leno. He's on Conan. He's on everything.
Let's say he's not. We had nothing to compare him to. So yes, he might have been the best fighter, but he is the best because nobody's talking about the wrestlers now.
Well, that's
They're
what I was
only talking about Stone Cold. And to be honest, The Rock was on there, but they're not talking about The Rock as a wrestler. They're talking about The Rock as a celebrity or
well, that was my point
whatever.
to the kid was like, look, man, nobody that's wrestling right now, I don't care if it's John Cena or whoever you want to bring up, nobody is as well. You will never understand how popular Stone Cold was. Like we
all watched it.
He was in the conversations back then with the Michael Jordans of the world. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin was on everything.
Yep.
I told him, I said, I'm not saying, I have no idea. He wasn't some high flying doing backflips, type of guy. That wasn't his style.
He talked a lot of shit.
He's like, storylines now are so much better. I was like,
hell no.
Get out of here.
No. Nothing was like the storyline of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Well, they're really married now.
Well, that's crazy because at the time she was with like The Edge. And I remember they were supposed to get married and then Stephanie ended up getting like kidnapped or something when they were supposed to get married, and Triple H ended up marrying her and she ended up flipping. It was just crazy because I was like 10 years old watching this stuff with my parents.
Right, but you remember how enthralled your parents were too. Like
100%.
My grandpa,
The Undertaker scared me. I thought he was the devil.
My grandpa shaved his head just because of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's insane.
Like, it's not a coincidence that I stopped watching wrestling when I became an adult, and they were like, by the way, guys, it's fake. Like, he was like, the storylines and everything are so much better. I was like, dude, I'm not going to lie. I haven't watched it since I was a kid. But every time I do watch it, it is corny as hell. Mm-hmm. The actors aren't good. Like, everybody in the world thought Stone Cold Steve Austin was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I don't believe, even to this day, if you watch him do things, like, I don't feel like he was acting all that much. No. They told him to say whatever he was supposed to say.
That was his personality.
But he was doing it as himself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people are missing out on in these new WWE days. I don't watch it anymore.
No.
I can't pretend to.
I went to SummerSlam. It was WWF when I watched it. It was WCW, which was, and then WWF. And then when they merged, it was like we kind of faded out watching it or whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened? They merged or whatever?
I quit whenever Steve, like, left. And I got a little older. Yeah. And, it's just one of those things. But, like, I went to SummerSlam. I got sent to SummerSlam and had a really good time. But it was amazing to me to watch people that are older than me watch the ref turn around and pretend to be distracted for 30 seconds. And watch these people literally sit out there and be like, "What are you doing, ref? He's right there. Turn around. He's going to get away." And you're like, dude, there's no way. There is no way you're serious. Like, if that's what I told him. I was like, if I looked out in the crowd and I saw a lot of people had brought their kids and their kids are loving it, cool. Mm-hmm. You're a 50-year-old man and you're pretending like you don't know that referee is like, what is he, retarded?
I would rather you be at Comic-Con. Like, because that's made up, but this is like...
But they're telling you that is too. But my thing is, like, I can't wrap my mind around you being... And, dude, you should see these people.
I mean, hell, but that's like me watching damn Siesta Key thinking it's... I'm like, can you believe what Chloe did?
That's pretty much exactly the same.
So I'm like, yeah, I get it. just not wrestling.
No, I just can't wrap my mind around it.
So, I empathize with those people. You want it to be real so bad. But you want to not
in the wrestling sense of the world, they've told you it's not. Yeah. They've told you it's a scripted show. They've told you it's just for entertainment. Yeah. You're a grown man. You really think that referee that referee's turned around distracted because he was told to? Yeah. He was in the script, said, "Hey, this part right here, whenever he pins him behind his back and takes his brass knuckles out and hits him, the referee needs to be distracted." And there's 50-year-old people out in the stands just, "Oh my God, he plays so dirty. Oh, he didn't even see the brass knuckles." I'm like, dude, shut up. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
So should I for watching. I'm still watching Siesta Key, so...
Yeah, God, she loves some Siesta Key. Any kind of reality shit.
No, they just at least I'm not watching Love Island.
They need to change the name. Don't call it reality TV. Call it something else.
To be honest, some of the thing is some of the stuff is real. But the thing is the producers are sitting there like, "Hey, so-and-so is going to walk over here, so y'all need to
Okay, but that show is worse than...
It gets worse. Like, it starts out being more authentic. Mm-hmm. Then, like, put it this way, like Duck Dynasty. Duck Dynasty started out being pretty much, like, not scripted. Like, it was just funny. And then as the series went on, they were saying that it's becoming more scripted and more scripted and more scripted. And that's when it kind of, like, dwindled off. I still love the show. I still think it's funny. It doesn't take away from the funniness of it, but you can tell that it's more staged.
My thing with Siesta Key, which makes it worse than every other show, is these dramatizations of them waking up and all that shit. I'm like, so you had to... Who let this camera crew in your house? Yeah. Did you let them in and then go back to sleep and then wake up?
Maybe.
Or they'll literally be out in the backyard and then the other person walks through the house and the camera sees them coming in. And I'm like, okay, when did you let them in? What is going on?
They have keys to the house.
This is ridiculous. Like, the waking up is the worst. Like,
I know.
Why are we filming them just waking up?
But
it's a reality show. You don't need that shot.
Until we started doing content, and I'm just going to be 100% honest, until we started doing content and we were seeing people like set their camera up to do the wake up videos.
That's not
and all
true,
that stuff.
Though. If you're going to, you might not have noticed it.
And I'm just saying, I did not notice. I did not put two and two together. Like, just
it's
like
always
these,
drove me crazy.
Just like these daily get ready with or daily routines or whatever. And some of the people that I love on, like the influencers that I love on Instagram, I notice they set their camera up to put their kids in the car. They get in the car, back the car. Where'd they do with their phone?
But my thing,
they pulled back up and got their phone.
That's fine. That's exactly what they did. They got out of the car, ran back up, and got their phone.
Stupid.
Now, that's fine.
No.
That doesn't bother me. I know that they're doing that. What bothers me is whenever they're doing that and on top of the voiceover, I was in such a hurry this morning, we barely got in the car, barely made it. I'm like, dude, come on
then they pull up in their garage, they get their phone out in their tripod, they go put it in their side door where they're walking in from their garage.
Right. They have to get... I'm like, guys...
Hurry up, get in. We got to get ready for practice. You are not in that big of a hurry.
You could have skipped those steps.
Yes.
Just shoot at you getting in the car or whatever. Just
I don't know.
Take the phone with you.
This is why I'm just like, our content is 100% like...
My content's comedy.
Skits.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my content now. Who cares about yours? I'm talking about my content. People literally are taking that to be 100%.
She's a content princess now.
I'll quit doing it if you want me to. If I'm going to be a princess about it.
What did you quit doing?
I mean, I do all of it. I do all the editing. I do all the
You tell these people you're lying.
I'm lying.
She does come up with ideas, though.
I come up with ideas, but
she doesn't give herself enough credit.
He won't give me his computer, and he won't teach me how to edit, or else I would just do it all.
Yeah, that you would.
I'm sitting there like, before I was like, 100%, like, I'm not doing content. Like, I have too much going on, blah, blah, blah. Well, that first video that I had, because I was getting such a following from you, so I was like, let's capitalize on this. Let's try to do something different, not... let's get women involved and things like that. And so the first video that I did of us pretending to be each other, it took off, of course. It's at 7 million views right now. I wasn't monetized for any of that. That's fine. But where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I can't remember where I was going with this.
You cut off.
Cut off from what? But, I know. But, so when we did that, I was like so excited and I got a bunch of followers from it or whatever. And then every like Thursday or Sunday or whenever our posting was, I was like, Justin, we got to post a video. And before I was completely against it. I was like, no, we're not posting. I'm not doing this. And then I was like, you got to edit he's like, hold on, I got to edit my videos. I got to do this. And then I would just be on him and hounding him about it. But...
they're funny videos, though.
They are. But, TikTok is not doing too well.
Nobody likes TikTok.
No. Like, there's no reason that I should only have like 300 likes and I should have, I shouldn't say only.
The way that I judge TikTok is, does the video succeed elsewhere? If the video kills on every other platform, then TikTok is just suppressing views.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Instagram really is my biggest. Well, I wouldn't say biggest. It does better than TikTok a lot of the times.
Well, there's a consistency with TikTok as far as every creator that I know has the same issue with TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Had I been
throttle
in the creator,
views, etc.
Had I been in the creator program already on TikTok when I posted that first video that went 700 or 7 million views or whatever, it wouldn't have done as well. No,
it wouldn't have. But I don't know.
That's what got me on the map, though. So I'm grateful for it. I think it's cool. I really don't. It's not really for a monetization thing for me at this point. It's more like, I would like to do some brand stuff and
yeah, guys, reach out to her. Let her sell some dresses or something.
More like
crop tops. She's a big crop top.
Like self-tanner or cups. I love
Agent
cups.
Williams, we're going to get with you, get some cups and... No, not cups. Not cups. You've got so many cups, it's ridiculous.
No.
Self-tanner, we'll do that.
Yeah. I've got a lot of self-tanner too, but you don't ever complain about it.
It doesn't take up any space.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
A whole tube of self-tanner is that big.
But I got a lot of them.
Well, I don't know what you need more than one for.
More than one what?
Self-tanner.
So I'll have extra. I don't have to wait for it to ship.
But so it's the same one.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well then...
It's the same shade of self-tanner.
The Stanley cups are all different. It's ridiculous.
I love them.
No cup tastes any different than... I just don't understand the women with the cups. What? Like, I give a shit what cup I ever drink out of. No, never. I can never be like, oh my God, you brought me that cup?
I do.
But make me understand it. The water doesn't taste any different. You don't ever get
angry at your other guests.
I get angry with them. We get angry together.
Well, you're angry at me about my cups.
But explain it to me. What about the cups?
It's just like part of your outfit. Like when you go to the gym, you want to look cute, right?
Nobody has ever looked at a girl and said, oh my God, her cup.
Yes, they do. Other women.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
Women don't dress for men.
I didn't say
women
they did.
dress for other women. We get ready for other women, and we love when other women compliment us.
About a cup?
Because do you know how many times that I get complimented on my cups?
But why does that matter to you?
It's something I don't know. I don't know.
That's fair. You don't know.
It is part of our psyche.
Yeah, you've created these things.
It really is part of our psyche. I don't know.
You've created.
Women are weird. Why do we buy books? We know we're never gonna read.
You could have tried to sell those Stanley cups in the 90s and everybody been like, why the fuck am I going to tote that around?
We were way more poor in the 90s.
It doesn't matter. Nobody would have been like, I need a cup for my outfit.
Well, now times have changed and we all need a cup. Seriously.
I think we're just running out of shit to care about and now we're down to cups.
I guess. I mean, okay, Jackson has to take a thermos to school every day. When did our parents send us with a water bottle, make sure we had water every day, and it was hot?
They gave us drink at school, though.
Water fountain. They got water fountains?
You got a water fountain for, like, recess, but, like, when you went to lunch, they didn't say go to the water fountain. They gave you juice or milk. I don't think they give kids milk anymore.
Our juices were, like, this big.
Yeah. You had the square carton.
No, they want you to pretty much get a mini Stanley for them kids. They've got to have that plus whatever they get at snack and lunch. But what did we do with that water?
We didn't have snack. I didn't have snack.
We had snack time, we had a recess, and that was our snack time.
We didn't eat. Like you ate breakfast before school, then you had lunch. That was it. You never had snack. I never took like a bag of chips to school.
I ate my Wheaties every morning.
Ugh.
I did, but I put a hell of a lot of sugar in them.
Well, then you weren't eating Wheaties.
That's all my mom bought. Like I said on the last episode, Wheaties and Slim Fast.
So that's what you use for your milk with Slim Fast?
I mean, I should have.
Instead of whole milk.
Heavy whipping cream.
Slim Fast and Wheaties and sugar.
Oh, God. My Frosted Flakes had peanut butter and bananas in them.
What's wrong with you?
My dad ate them like that.
Peanut butter?
You put your Frosted Flakes and you put your 2% milk over the top, and you take a big ass tablespoon of peanut butter and you put it in there, and then you cut up a banana, and that's the way we ate it.
I've heard of people putting banana in cereal, but the peanut butter does. What does it happen to?
Oh, you want to talk about how nasty it is, Mr. I love mayonnaise and banana?
And peanut butter. I don't like just mayonnaise and banana.
Oh, mayonnaise and peanut butter? You nasty sucker.
But I'm still trying to understand what happens to the peanut butter in the milk. Does it?
No, it just stays a clump, and you just take a spoonful and get it off and eat it. Take a spoon, get it off. It's so good.
Why with Frosted Flakes? Not with anything else?
Not really. All we got was Frosted Flakes.
Seems like that would be good with maybe a honeycomb.
Ugh.
What do you mean, ugh?
Nasty.
You don't like honeycombs?
No.
Why?
It's nasty.
What about it's nasty? It tastes just like anything else.
Mm-mm. My cereal was Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You sat there and ate Wheaties and called honeycombs disgusting.
Wheaties with don't even have a shit ton of sugar.
Yeah, but
practically Frosted Flakes.
You could have done that with anything. Wheaties don't have a taste.
Literally, when I used to empty
some cardboard.
When I used to empty my cereal bowl, like when I was done, the sugar was like this thick.
I remember having Rice Krispies and
yes,
I would hit the Rice Krispies up and then drag my spoon on the bottom to get just a caramelized.
So pretty much we had literally like a 2-liter Coke in with our Rice Krispies.
Dude, so that's another thing kids don't understand. Like, people think Cokes and all that are bad. Well, guess what? They used to make 3-liter Cokes.
They did.
The top of a Coke was that big.
It was this big.
Yeah, like it was a 3-liter Coke, and my grandma used to put it in our fucking bottle.
I had coffee. I remember when my papa. Oh my gosh, I love my papa to death. He would sit there. He was so skinny, and he'd just sit there and he'd just be smoking his cigarettes, drinking his Budweisers or whatever the hell he drank, and he'd be like, "Here, pretty girl, you want a sip of it?" And I was like 3 years old, and my mom would say he'd just give me a sip of his beer.
They would do it to us too. Like my dad.
And she said, "You just loved that beer." I'm like, God, I bet I did. At 3 years old,
my dad used to be like, "Go get us a beer out of the cooler."
Would absolutely
you could have a sip
today.
of it if you got it. If you went and got him a beer, you could have a sip of it.
These freaking overprotective people or these easily offended people would never have made it when we were growing up.
These people,
car seat, what? What car seat?
These people grew up when we grew up. They're just, I don't know what happened to them.
No, it's the. I think it's the generation under us. Honestly, I think it's the younger. I think.
Yeah, well, it's just getting softer and softer. That's just the way life works.
We used to be scalded on our backside on aluminum slides in the middle of the sun, like we blistered. You know, like that slide.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, the one that literally looks like a mirror.
Yes, and then the jungle gym we used to go on, the bridge or whatever, be rickety as hell, and it'd have. I mean, you'd get just looking at it, you get splinters.
I don't watch kids do monkey bars anymore. Like none of the playgrounds have monkey bars anymore.
Because they might fall.
God forbid. If you fell, you landed in like
sand,
mulch.
Yeah, or sand.
Yeah,
we had sand. I don't know. Like I miss growing up.
I was talking about it the other day. Like, there's a thing with music that nothing else has. Where if you hear a song,
I immediately went to.
It takes you to a place, like a nostalgia. It takes you, it transports you somewhere. You can't do that with movies or anything else. Like, you might watch a movie and it might make you feel good, or it might be a movie about back in the day, and you'd be like, I bet that was cool. But I can literally hear a song from my childhood or something and literally be like in my grandma's trailer or in the backyard or somewhere.
Don't Go Near the Water by Sammy Kershaw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it probably brings something in your mind, either whether it be your grandma or something you were doing.
Yep.
It takes you somewhere.
And Neon Moon, every wedding I was ever in as a flower girl.
Yeah, like
played at the reception.
My favorite song is Time Marches On by Tracy Lawrence, and it's not because it's the best song in the world. It's because I remember my childhood whenever I hear it.
Yep. It was better days back then.
That's a good note to end on.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We've had a good time. We're just chilling in the house. These podcasts are easy when it's just us two because we just walk in here, hit play.
And I'm the best guest anyways. I mean, everybody knows.
Yeah, don't miss our OnlyFans.
Shut up. God, I'll get messages out the wazoo.
You don't really have one.
I don't, and I'm not sending you feet pics.
All right, bye, guys. Have a good night.